看得到吗 ？Okay, ready? Can see. Okay, today I'll be sharing with you the Atomy Turmacin MSM. So it comprises of three main ingredients. There is turmacin, which is from turmeric extract. Then we have MSM and selenium. So basically, this product is to help joint and cartilage help. And it's bound to happen for most people that reach their age, probably after 50, some in their 60s. You're bound to have this joint health problem. Basically for myself, I started taking a couple of years ago, even though I do not have this joint problem yet, but I living with a 35 kg dog, sometimes I get injuries, especially when we go on walks, and then we will like have some knee problem, or I will have like, when he suddenly pull me, I will have like problem on the arm. So when I took this product, I noticed that the pain actually subside after like 3-4 days. And last week I also had another injury while on the walk. So when it was actually, even though if you were to take care of your facial and you don't look your age, but when you walk and like an old person, you actually look your age. So actually this product is very important. Also for my brother-in-law, he is actually not a fan of Atomy. He said that he has been buying a lot of joint health pain, what do you call that? For joint health pain in pharmacies. And he bought a few kind of brands. It's very expensive, but it actually didn't help to get rid of the pain until he took Atomy. So I think Turmacin he has been taking about half a year. So he's actually consistently using it, even though still not an Atomy fan. Okay, so these are the daily intake serving nutrients reference chart. So basically what is Turmacin? As I mentioned, it's actually a turmeric extract. And you're supposed to take like 2 in a day, which is the turmeric extract and the selenium tablet, that is the brown one. It comprises of 1 gram of turmeric extract and about 50 microgram of selenium. And in the evening, you have to take the MSM tablet, which is 1.5 gram of MSM. And then the sub-ingredient here added is the oat dietary fiber. We have the milk, veg root, and other complex extracts. Then the third one is a sugarcane extract. You even have green shell muscle powder, glucosamine sulfate, and the fermented Achiranthes japonica nakai powder. These are the sub-ingredients. Okay, so what is Turmacin? It's actually only recognized by the Korean Ministry of Food, Drug, and Safety in 2014, only very recent, that this is actually the first functional ingredient specifically for joint health. It's actually from 100% water soluble turmeric extract from India. It's 100% safe plant-based ingredient, and they have their own wholly owned proprietary extraction process. So actually, if you were to think of turmeric, everywhere in Malaysia, you can actually find turmeric. I might as well take turmeric night. But then actually, you cannot get the same effect if you just to consume the powder, turmeric powder. We will explain that later in the slides. So the 5 certification that actually for this turmeric extract is US patented, patent registered, is kosher certified, halal certified as well. And they also have the certification of the food safety, production safety. And the extraction method that I mentioned earlier is this water extraction method. Okay, so the water extraction process is actually a very strict 13-step extraction process. As you can see from here, it's a bit too technical. But then, as I mentioned, if you were thinking if you were to consume turmeric powder, right? So in fact, here it shows that actually from a raw turmeric, about 600 grams, through this 13-step process, you can only get the end result of 0.0305 kilogram of turmacin. So I cannot imagine having to consume so much turmeric. I mean, turmeric is only consumed very little. Turmeric is actually you consume like in powder form, very little for like coloring of food. But imagine to consume 600 kilograms of that amount is impossible. So thank goodness for Atomy's Turmacin extract. Okay, so the human testing on this functional ingredient actually has been done for over about 120 people. So result here is actually extracted on the day 21 and day 42. So they have actually a joint pain has been decreased by about 86%. And the friction is about 37% decrease. The joint effusion, which is also called like water in the new or the liquid that gather around the joint, is 100% decrease. And then we move on to the next product, which is the next ingredient, which is MSM. MSM is actually found in nature and also exists in our bodies as this organic sulfur component. They also contain this sulfone. Sulfone is actually like a component of joint cartilage, and it plays a very important role in this cartilage health. So daily recommended dose of sulfur by this FFDS is about 1,005 milligrams or more a day. But average daily sulfur consumption in the ordinary person is actually only 50 mg, which is about shortage of 1,450 milligrams. So that's why MSM, this supplement, is very important because you simply cannot consume that much in food. So of course, Atomy uses reliable, high quality MSM, and the certification here is the US Food and Drug Administration, safe, generally recognized as safe, and also kosher certified, halal certified, then the food production safety certification as well. They also have this very strict record keeping, so they have a history tracking system. So MSM is actually extracted for using 4-step distillation process. So why the 4-step? It's basically because they need to perform this 4 times distillation to be safe from heavy metal, very toxic metals such as lead, cadmium, arsenic, and mercury. So through these 4 steps, and actually have a very high boiling point of water, which is the boiling point for MSM is about 478 Fahrenheit or 248 Celsius. So pure MSM is about 99.9% or even higher, can only be separated at this temperature. So the testing done on humans over 12 weeks have shown that those who have symptoms of this knee osteoarthritis, which consume about 1.5 grams of MSM per day for 12 weeks, there's actually improvement in the pain and joint function. As for those who suffer weak joint health because of age, it's also improved in the pain and other joint health related discomfort. Okay, then the third ingredient is selenium, which is actually found in our body. It's also a nutrient that helps with antioxidant. We have actually nicknamed it Blue Magician, Miracle Element, and even the Dream Element for many years in US, Japan, England, and other countries, Europe. Its function is to protect cells from harmful oxygen. So what is so important about our joint health? Because actually, if you were to see, this is actually studies from Korea. Over the year from 2013 to 2017 here, 3.33 million of people actually suffered from this joint problem, up to 3.76. So it's year on year is actually increasing. And also, yes, the tests have actually shown that chronic disease in Korea also, the first one is actually hypertension, but the second one is actually this joint problem, even beating diabetes at this. So this is actually a very serious disease. Okay, here, aside from actually aging, you actually get this issue when because of obesity, also because of genes, because genes could be that your joints are not formed properly. Obesity is of course because the joints overwork because of the heavy weight, or even those who do extreme exercise, and also from like certain sport or tasks. For myself, because as I mentioned, I had to live with a 35 kg dog, so I do a lot of squatting, have to feed him, clean him. So actually, over the years, I would feel that if I were not to take care of my health, the joint health now, I would definitely have this issue later in the years. So the studies here actually also, there's actually analysis over the last 5 years, the number of people being treated for this osteoarthritis actually increased. I mentioned earlier, so it's about 12.3% increase between the year 2012 to 2016. There's only about 4 years. And then the other issue is this treatment cost. The treatment cost is actually very expensive. Korea won about 922 billion in 2012, but it actually increased up to 1.2 trillion in 2015, which is about 33% increase. So this is a very expensive and chronic illness that definitely everybody will get sooner or later. So the precautions for you to take, of course, before taking this is not recommended for children, and also if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. If you're allergic to turmeric and also suffer from particular disease like gallbladder disease, and also if just stick to the recommended dose. If you exceed it, it might cause indigestion, gastrointestinal disturbances, nausea, gastric acid reflux, and also don't consume it if it's already expired. Okay, so for those who actually, who should take this, definitely for those who need to take care of the joint health, those who want healthy joints in the middle ages or older, who need energy, who frequently use the joints, and also want to move freely, and you have to protect those who want to protect from extreme or excessive exercise, who enjoy sports, etc. And also women in menopause also need to take care of the joints. Okay, with this, I have come to the end of my sharing.